And we are live. What's going on, Beast Nation? I want to welcome you to the Beast Podcast, where we talk all things youth football strategies, tactics, and most importantly, this is where you get your questions answered. And for those who didn't know, your ass better call somebody. I am yours truly, Coach Beast. How are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing? Let me know. Let me know. Sound off in the comments. How are y'all doing? If y'all are doing good, put great in the comments. If you're doing good, put great in the comments, man. Let me see. I hit list gaming. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Coach Austin, how are you doing, brother? Coach B, what's up, brother? How you doing today? Let's see who else we got in here. We got River in here. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. We got Coach Hernandez in the building today. We got Coach Skyler in the building. Coach Dylan in the building, man. Welcome to the Beast Pod. We got a great show today because we're going to talk about the 5 biggest mistakes that youth football coaches make running the 4-4 defense. Really excited about that. But before we get into the show, guys, do me a solid, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button because guess what? We got a big goal today. If we get 50 likes on the show today, we're giving away the Ultimate Beast Flex system. That's right, the Ultimate Beast Flex system. That's all 4 defensive playbooks in one system today. This is one of the most valuable bundles that I have in the Beast Playbook store. So if you want to get your hands on that, be sure to hit that like button. And when we get to 50 likes, not if or when we get to 50 likes, we're going to give away a copy of that. And then, of course, we compound our giveaway from there. So in other words, once we hit 50 likes, we give away one. Then we hit 60 likes, we give away another one. Then 70 likes, we're going to give away another one. Why? Because we like to give over here, right? We like to give away stuff over here. So really pumped, really excited, guys. So listen, man, if y'all are ready to get the show on the road, can I get a hell yeah in the comments? Can I get a hell yeah in the comments? Let me see them. Let me see them. Let me see them. I am really pumped, really excited, guys, about the show today. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a real fun one. So let me go ahead and pay some bills, guys, real quick before we get this show on the road. To celebrate America's 250th birthday, we're giving away any playbook, any bundle for 50% off all month long. Whether you're looking to dominate with the wing T plus gun T offense, shut down teams with the 4-4 Reaper defense, or upgrade your entire program with the Beast Unleashed 22 playbook bundle, now is the time. Just use discount code FREEDOM50 at checkout to get 50% off any playbook or bundle. You know why? Because this is your year to dominate and take souls like a beast. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So again, Coach, we have been running this promotion, and honestly, like, I'm running this promotion just because I'm just inspired by you guys. I really appreciate you guys for, you guys been rocking with me for a long time, and I've been coaching for a long time, but I'm not coaching anymore. I coach you guys. I coach coaches. That's what I do now. I haven't coached youth football since 2021, 2022. I always get that mixed up. And, I've coached my daughter's volleyball team and all of that stuff, but I haven't coached football in a few years now. And, seeing you guys thrive through the things that I teach and through the playbooks that I offer you guys is just absolutely amazing. It's hella fulfilling. And I'm just like super grateful, guys, just like super grateful for you guys. And I appreciate you guys. And y'all make my job not feel like work whatsoever. I just had to say that y'all do not make my job seem like work. This is fun for me. So I really appreciate you guys. All right. So that's my applause to you. And also, guys, before I um, go any farther with the show, I got to wish my beautiful wife a happy fourth anniversary. A happy fourth anniversary. Today is our wedding anniversary. So, really excited. Feels like we've been married longer than that. But I got to wish my beautiful wife, y'all know her as Miss Beast, a happy anniversary. All right, I had to put that in there. Had to put that in there. So, guys, we're about to get ready to get the show on the road, man. Super excited. So check this out. So we're talking about the 5 biggest mistakes that youth football coaches make when running the 4-4 Reaper defense. Okay, guys. And the reason why I decided to take this angle with the show today is because I've been getting a hell of a lot of questions from you guys about the 4-4 Reaper defense. And a lot of the questions that you guys have for me are related to mistakes, or better yet, related to tactics that you want to run. And so, like, some of you guys come to me with questions, and I'm like, hell no, don't do that. Please don't do that. And so I want to talk about the 5 biggest mistakes that you can make running the 4-4 Reaper defense. So let me know in the comments, how many of you guys are planning to run the 4-4 Reaper defense today? Let me know. How many of you guys are planning to run the 4-4 Reaper defense? Let me know in the comments, all right? Let's see. Coach Cobb says, are you in Texas? No, sir. No, sir. I'm not in Texas. I'm actually in Alabama. I'm in Bama land. So Dixieland, they like to call it. Dixieland. That's where I'm at, Coach. Cool. Coach Dylan says he's running the 4-4 Reaper defense. Let's see here. Coach Mack says ran the 4-4 last year. Let's see. This year, probably going to run it next year. so Coach Mack finna just run it like me for 15 years. I've ran the 4-4 Reaper for 15 years. Let's see. Coach Dudley says we will be running the 4-4. Yes, sir. Coach Hernandez says he's running it. Me, Coach Cleve, me. Let's see. That's good. So a lot of you guys are running the 4-4 Reaper defense. Coach Ben said he ran it last year in middle school. So listen, for those who don't know, the 4-4 Reaper defense, in my opinion, in my humble, not so humble opinion, is the best defense to run in all of youth football. And I usually don't like to say the best anything, because sometimes it depends on your league. Sometimes it depends on your talent level, all of that. But let me be clear. The 4-4 Reaper defense is the best because it's able to adapt. It's able to be versatile, right? It's very grounded. It's very based. Okay, guys. And so if you're running it, you can be extremely successful like I've been running it over the years. But there are certain things you want to avoid when running it, okay? And I see a lot of you guys have questions. I want y'all to hold on to your questions, because we're going to do a live Q&A segment at the bottom of the hour, and I'm going to get to your questions, okay? So I see some questions like, what's the difference between the 4-4 defense and the 4-4 Reaper? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to answer that for you. I'll answer that for you. We actually did a whole show on that, and hopefully, I don't mind going back, but I'm going to lead you to that show momentarily, okay? So let's get to it. Let's get to the clinic segment of the show, okay? And let's talk about the first mistake that coaches make when running the 4-4 Reaper defense. Mistake number 1, putting the wrong players in the wrong positions. Putting the wrong players in the wrong positions. You do not want to make this mistake, okay? You don't want to make this mistake because You can put a player, and we talked about enforcers and snipers, and I'm gonna hit on that in a minute a little bit for those who missed that show. But we in the 4-4 Reaper defense, we have an enforcer side and we have a sniper side. Okay. If you put a sniper on the enforcer side, he may not be as effective. If you put an enforcer on the sniper side, he may not be that effective. So it's like super crucial to know where to put your players based on what you got in their talent level. Okay. Check this out. You want to match your players to the demands of each position, not just their athletic ability. The big mistake that a lot of coaches make is that they will put their players in certain positions based off of their athletic ability, but not based on their mental and emotional intelligence. That is like super, super, super important, even in youth football. Okay. Then number 2, guys, you want to prioritize football IQ. I just hit on that, right? Prioritize football IQ, toughness, and effort alongside of speed and size. Now, how many of you guys have had players that are big, just absolute monsters in terms of their size? I mean, man, I've had players that have been, 6 foot tall, 230 pounds, but slow as Christmas and soft as putty. Then I've had players that was 4'5", 65 pounds, and was absolutely ruthless. Like a freaking chihuahua, like a crazy chihuahua. Would bark with anybody. How many of you guys had players like that? How many of you guys had these big players? Like, I mean, you see them, they massive. They bigger than you. And they come on the field. Hey, coach, how you doing, coach? Man, I'm good, man. How you doing? I'm all right. I'm a little hungry. I didn't get a chance to eat lunch, coach. Coach, if we running today, coach, I don't want to run today. I don't want to run, coach. If you don't get your 6'5", 350-pound ass, right, on the line and run. So you're gonna run into players that got the size, that got the frame and the body, but they don't have nothing else, and that's where they have to get developed, right? So you don't want to just put a player in a position based on their size. You want to make sure they got the IQ, the mental toughness, and the work ethic to really dominate for you, okay? And check this out. Don't be afraid to move players until you find the best fit for them, okay? Don't be afraid to do that. Now, especially with your C-tier players, okay? Usually your A-tier players, for those who don't know, your A-tier players is your star players, right? Your B-tier players are your support guys. They are, I call them the core, okay? Usually you don't have too much of a problem placing them. It's when you get into the C-tier and D-tier players where you start to have problems. For those who don't know who the C-tier players are our specialists. We call them contributors, okay, or specialists. And this means that they are only really good in one position. So if you got a player that's a C-tier player, don't be afraid to kind of experiment with this player to kind of see what's the best position for him, right, on your team. Because, I'm unashamed of saying that, like, a lot of my C-tier guys, I will put them, like, a lot of my centers are C-tier guys. They're only good at one thing. They can snap the damn ball and they can block good. That's what they're good at. I put them on defense. They go away. Right? I got players who are really good corners, and that's all they can play. You put them at wide receiver, and they play like they dyslexic. They play like they dyslexic. You put them at wide receiver, man, you tell them to run a 10-yard post. They run a 10-yard dig. You tell them to run a go route, they run a bubble screen. Okay. But you put them at corner and they shut down. They'll shut down corner. I'm telling you, one of the first players that I ever coached, right, on my first year team, this kid, man, he was one of my best corners I ever had, right? And he was tall and lanky though, like he was a wide receiver body type. But he didn't have the IQ to be a wide receiver, man. You tell this kid to run a go route, hitch and go. You tell him to run a skinny post. Man, this kid, it's just like it just did not compute. So I'm like, I can't use this guy at wide receiver. I can't use him at wide receiver. So I moved him to corner. And guess what? Nobody caught the ball on this kid. Now, mind you, he couldn't catch either. He couldn't catch a cold, but he definitely went to let nobody else catch it though. And so I actually called this kid Bambi. I call him Bambi because he was goofy, right? He was like real clumsy with his legs and mechanics. Like I said, he got better. Of course, we developed him in that position, but just naturally, the kid was just a clumsy person, right? But he was a good corner. He was a C-tier player. Now, for a lot of coaches, they would have seen that kid and they wouldn't have even gave him playing time because he was so clumsy. And they would have probably categorized him as a D-tier kid. We seen his ability or his potential to be good somewhere, but we had to move him around to find out what he was good at or best fit at. I won't lie. I thought he was going to be a good wide receiver or tight end for us because of his body type. No. No. He just didn't get offense at all. So I put his ass at defense and he did his job. Okay. So make sure y'all understand that. All right. Mistake number 2. And before we get into mistake number 2, guys, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. I want to welcome you to the Beast Podcast. This is the biggest podcast for youth football coaches and leadership out there on the web. And we're trying to make this thing just even bigger. And we cannot do it without you. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Again, if we hit 50 likes on the show today, guys, we're giving away a free copy of the Ultimate Beast Flex System. That's the 4-4 Reaper defensive playbook, which we're going to talk about a little bit today. The 4-2-5 Ring of Fire defense, the 6-2 Savage defense, and the 5-3 Juggernaut defense. All 4 playbooks in one. That's what we are giving away today. Really excited, really pumped about that. All right, guys. So mistake number 2 you want to avoid is ignoring the fundamentals. Now, if y'all notice, when y'all ask me about like what different drills I do and all of that, I don't talk exhaustively on drills because if you don't have a mindset as a coach that I'm going to teach my kids the fundamentals, you can have your kids running drills and don't know the why behind it, right? We want our kids to run drills and rinse and repeat at a high level so they don't make mistakes. They become masters of execution. What was that wrestler who used to say that, guys? Y'all help me out in the comments. What was that wrestler? He been retired. Was it Bret Hart that said he was the master of execution? Is that who it was? So in other words, guys, we train our kids not to just play flashy and sexy. We train our kids to play dominant, consistent football. We want our kids to be like machines. Hey, as a matter of fact, we want our games to be boring. We want to beat up on our opponents so much That to get by third quarter, the parents like, oh, right? Thank you, Jay Dudley. The excellence of execution. There you go. There you go. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. I tell you, I tell you guys all the time when I was coaching, it'd be 21-0 at the first quarter. I mean, the game would virtually be over by the end of the first quarter, going into the second quarter, and the parents would come up to me and be like, "Look, Coach Beats, we love we love what you doing, man. We happy that we winning games and all that. But Coach Beats, man, can y'all make the game competitive a little bit for us parents? Because y'all just busy whipping up on these teams, and we can't even enjoy ourselves because we know it's going to be 21-0, 42-0 by the third quarter." And look, Miss Beast can vouch for it. She said, true. Like I like boring games. I don't like games that give me anxiety and stress me out. I got enough gray hairs on my face. I'm the youngest in my family. Hey, I'm the youngest of 7 guys. And the age gap between me and my sibling next to me, my brother, is a 9-year gap. I got more gray hair than any of my siblings combined. I don't need any more gray hair. So I like to whoop ass and take names and have a lot of fun doing it with my players, right? But guess what? I can only do that if my kids know the fundamentals and they get it. So make sure you teach alignment, stance, first step, leverage, pursuit, every single practice. If you don't know what drills to run, get my free offensive blocking drill book. And then I also have a building champions drill book, which is way bigger, that give you everything you need as it relates to drills. Okay. Then next, what you want to do is emphasize blocking, destruction, tackling fundamentals, and finishing every single freaking play. Look, if it's one thing that will piss Coach Beast off, it's a kid that stop playing before the whistle blows. I go ape shit if a kid just stopped playing and the whistle hasn't blown. So I'm really big on my kids of doing the small things right. I've really put a big emphasis on blocking because we want to be the best blocking team in our league and the best tackling team in our league. We do these things every single practice. We do not skip practice days on blocking and tackling. And mind you, when I say tackling, I'm not talking about Oklahoma drills where we run full speed into each other like a train wreck. No, I'm talking about we do angle tackling drills. We partner up and we make sure they're using the right techniques. We teach hawk tackling over here, right? So near shoulder, near thigh, wrap, roll, or wrap and drive. And that's what we teach our kids, rinse and repeat, to the point to where they come to me and they're like, Coach Beast, can we do something else? No, you cannot do nothing else because we want you to be masters of execution, especially with blocking and tackling. Okay. And then you see the benefits of it in the game when you can do that better than anybody else in your league. And then, lastly, don't install more plays until your players can consistently execute the basics. Boom. Y'all hear me? I'm going to say that one more time because, some of you guys, y'all love plays. Y'all addicted to plays, installing plays. But I'm telling you, if your players suck at execution, there's no one play that's going to save you. Holy shit. Did y'all hear that? That's a bar. If your players cannot execute, there's no one single play or playbook that will save you. I get a lot of guys say, what's the best playbook to run for 10U, 12U, whatever? Well, let me ask you this. Can your guys execute? Because I can give you the playbook of the University of Alabama, the Oregon Ducks, the Ohio State University. But if your kids can't execute the fundamentals, it's not going to help you. Y'all got me on that. So don't install more plays until your players can consistently execute the freaking basics. Very important. Very important. Okay, guys. And before we get to mistake number 3, again, guys, I hope y'all getting value. If you are, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button, what are you doing? If you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and hit it right now. When you hit that like button, and if you have already hit the like button, do me a solid. Put like in the comments. Put like in the comments if you have already hit that like button. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. We're at 25 likes, so we're halfway there. We're halfway there. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys so much. If you have all, I see y'all. I see you, Coach Cleve. I see you, Coach Dudley. I see y'all. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys so much. Again, if we hit 50 likes today, we're going to give away a free copy of the Ultimate Beast Flex Defensive System. And for those who are watching on TikTok, man, appreciate y'all so much. Appreciate y'all. But listen, if y'all want to be a part of the giveaway, I encourage you to come on over to the YouTube side. That's where the giveaway is going to happen. Just look up Coach Beast, yours truly. Name's on the chest. Just look up Coach Beast on YouTube. You'll see us live, and you'll be able to also see the diagrams and all of that stuff too. Okay. All right. I seen a question that I liked. Y'all bear with me. Let me see. And again, guys, we're going to get the Q&A at the bottom of the hour as well. So I see y'all have a lot of questions, and I just want to make sure y'all don't miss it. Live Q&A is at the bottom of the hour, okay? We almost there, actually. Yeah, Coach wanted to know what's the difference between the 4-4 defense and the 4-4 Reaper defense. So for those who don't know, the difference between the 4-4 defense and the 4-4 Reaper defense is all about our mentality. It's all about our method, okay, of what we do to dominate. Meaning, our goal, number 1, is to shut down the running game of the offense. Number 2 is to cut off the head of the snake, shut down the quarterback. Number 3, we're trying to shut down their best athlete, which is usually their running back. And number 4, we're trying to dominate the trenches. So our mentality is to dominate and execute on those 4 agendas. And so the way we do that is we take their souls mentally, emotionally, and physically. That's what the 4-4 Reaper defense is all about. It's an extremely aggressive defense that's designed to wear out the offense and to take their will to win away. Okay? That's what the 4-4 Reaper is all about. That's what the Reaper method is all about. And again, we got a whole show where we broke down what the beast mentality is. Just look it up on the Beast Pod. You will see the whole show where we broke that whole thing down. All right, guys. Let's get to mistake number 3. Trying to be too complicated. This is what I want you guys to do. Keep adjustments simple so players can react instead of thinking. Okay? Keep your adjustments simple. Do not overcomplicate things. Don't be like, look, guys. Okay, so we're gonna have a cover 1. We're gonna have a cover 1 over the top. Then we're gonna lean back and go back to cover 4. We're gonna play quarters. We're gonna play quarters now. Now we're gonna switch. Let's go cheetah. Like you're doing 100 different things, and your kids are like, Coach, I just learned how to read the other day. y'all got first and second graders. And y'all calling all these plays. Cheetah. We're going to cover 0. We're playing quarters. Hey, let's go shell. And he kids like, shell on my spelling test this week, Coach. Shell on my spelling test today. I'll quiz. I know how to spell shell. C-H-E-L-L-E. They spell it wrong, right? And look, and I know everybody know this coach, whether it's in your league or just GP, right? Everybody know this coach who coached like an NFL coach. They go out there, they look like Bill Belichick, all stoic. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to talk. We're gonna run this. We're gonna run that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go spread. We're gonna go. We're gonna go empty 2x2. We're gonna get them. Right? Everybody know that coach. And so, like, Coach Worthy, funny. You said, Coach, I just got 4 quarters from the tooth fairy. Exactly. Do not overcomplicate your defense, man. Remember, y'all still dealing with kids that's learning the basics and the foundation. Make these kids masters of execution. Okay? Masters of execution. Let your base defense, check this out. This is really good. Let your base defense solve most of the problems before adding wrinkles. You need to have core plays in your defense. Okay? Core plays and master one defense before expanding your defensive package. Okay. So let's get to it. Let me show y'all some X's and O's. Let me show y'all a little bit about kind of what I mean when I'm saying this. Okay. So when this is the 4-4 Reaper defensive playbook, by the way, guys, for those who don't know. And look, if y'all want to see this, y'all watching it on TikTok and y'all want to see the diagram, I encourage you to come on over to the YouTube side now if you want to see the X's and O's on the screen. All right. All right. So this is the 4-4 Reaper defense. Now, there are some base plays that I install to prepare us for game one. And these plays become our core plays, just like you have core plays on offense. You got core plays on defense. So our core plays are the 4-4 base Bama. We virtually start there, but I will have my middle linebackers. They'll play QB spy just to kind of get a feel of what's going on and what the offense is doing and what they're giving us. Okay. Then we have the 4-4 Alabama blitz. All right. What's the Alabama blitz, Coach Beast? Glad you asked. It's just a double A gap blitz that we do. Okay. Middle linebackers shoot the A gaps. Defensive tackles shoot the B gaps. Okay. With Bama, it's literally the opposite. It's literally the opposite. Our linebackers are shooting the B gap while our defensive tackles are shooting the A gap. Y'all got it? So we install that, okay? Then what I like to install, let me get to it. We will install the cloud look, okay? We will install our cloud. What does our cloud consist of? Simply put, our outside linebackers, they're just going to be playing the hooks and curls. They're not going to blitz the edge. They will play the hooks and curls. Okay. This is set in place because as we take the souls of the offense, guess what they're going to, somebody tell me in the comments. Once you start shutting down the running game, remember the 4 agendas I was talking about a few minutes ago, as you shut down the running game of the offense, what are they going to start doing? Let me know. What are they going to start doing once you shut down their running game? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I see you, Coach Gonzalez. Passing game. They're going to try to pass the goddamn ball. Exactly. Bingo. So we know this. We know that as we shut them down, shut their running game down, let me bag up. Let me give y'all some stats. Let me give y'all some nerd stuff real quick, okay? So, number one, first and foremost, most youth football teams are going to run the ball on average 80 to 85% of the time. That's the average, 80 to 85% of the time. Okay. Now, you may be in the league where they pass a little bit more. They may run a little bit more. Usually, the younger the age group, the more they're going to actually, freaking run the ball. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a 6U team, they're probably going to run the ball 90 to 100% of the time. They may pass the ball one time, maybe. But if you're 12U, you know, they may pass the ball at an 80-20 ratio, 70-30 ratio, 60-40, depending on the leagues, okay? But most teams on average are going to run the ball 80 to 85% of the time. Understand that. So think about it. If you shut down a team running game and they can't get that 80 to 85% of their strategy, of their concepts off the ground, and they start passing the ball, they're in goddamn trouble, right? They're in trouble. They're in trouble. And that's what we want them to do. We want them to beat us passing the ball because they're damn sure as well not going to beat us running the ball. That's our mindset. That's our mentality. Y'all got me. And shout out to you, Coach Gonzalez. He said, just bought the Gun T offense. Shout out to you. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So guys, that's the key. Understand, youth football, winning in youth football is not hard. You just got to understand the art of the game. If you shut them down, if you shut down that running game, they're going to start passing the ball. And when they start passing the ball, that's when we shift into our cloud look. Because 9 times out of 10, this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you what I know, okay? You see this tight end right here? They're going to have him try to run a go route or a seam route, excuse me. You're going to try to run a seam. And mind you, we telling our guys what they're going to do. Like literally, I have coaches mad as hell as me. They think I done stole their playbook. On the sideline. I'm like, hey, they going tight end seam route. They're going seam route. They're going bubble screen. They're going. Coach is mad at me. No, I just know football. Some people just know football. You know what I'm saying? And so think about that. They're usually going to use this tight end, or they may line up in some some kind of trips, something like this, right? Something like this, and they just going to throw the ball over, okay, and have blockers out in the perimeter, okay? Understand that. Or what they're going to try to do, they trying to get ISO with one of their players. It can be their slot guy. They trying to get ISO. We've gotten more interceptions with them line up in a 2-by-1 look like this. And they try to use this slot receiver to run a post. They try to run like a skinny post right here. But see, what happens is when we're running this cloud, double A-gap blitz, we're sending 2 linebackers in the middle. So this quarterback, he's already pissing his pants, right? Because, mind you, we've already been shutting down the running game, right? Putting that pressure on them. So he's running for his life. And when that quarterback is mentally out of the game, when that quarterback is shook, what normally happens to this quarterback? Y'all let me know. We're going to be interactive a little bit on this clinic segment, right? So you got a quarterback that's shook, and he's throwing his first passing play of the game. What you think going to happen? Let me know. Somebody let me know. I may mail you some gift cards that me and Miss Beast haven't used in a year. Y'all hear her laughing back, and she know what I'm talking about too. Since it's our anniversary, we may use them today. I don't know. Oh man. Right. He makes mistakes. He's going to throw some interceptions. He's just going to throw the ball up. See it happen all the time. Kid flustered. He just throws it up. Then our players just go, bingo. Right? Our players just go, bingo. And that's it. we've scored. And that's what it's all about. That's the method to the madness. So if y'all notice, it don't take a lot for us to do this. And usually this is the look we'll do. We'll do Alabama cloud, double QB spy. We'll do this where we got our middle linebackers reading the quarterback, because a lot of kids nowadays are dual threat kids. They will run. But like I said, if it's a passing play, the coach is already telling them at halftime, look, guys, I know we down. Guys, listen, I know we down. It's all right, though. We got them, and they don't know what we got in our playbook. So what we gonna do, man? What we gonna do is we're gonna run our best pass play. Hey, Tyrone, you ready? Yeah, coach. What we do? Then we running that seam route. Now we're gonna go 2 by 1. We're gonna run that skinny post. We're gonna run that post. Y'all ready? Tyrone, you ready? Coach, man, I've been ready, coach. All right. Little Johnny, all you got to do, get the ball out there. Just get it out there. We're going to start strong, man. Just get it out there. Yes, sir. Get out there. We'll switch to the cloud. Look, because I'm already anticipating it. Usually it's going to be the first play, or it's going to be, if it's not the first play, it's going to be in the first or second series of downs after halftime. Okay? I'm telling y'all what I know. You welcome. Okay? Look forward this season. You're going to see it. All right. So just understand that there's a method to our madness, right? We're trying to set them up for the inevitable. So the first half of the game should be all about dominating on offense, putting points on the board, right? The second half should be all about turnovers, right? And really taking their will to win completely away. Your defense should be able to eat and put up points. If your defense isn't putting up points, something is wrong somewhere, especially in youth football, because 60% of points scored in youth football is from turnovers. So your defense should be able to produce fumbles, interceptions, things of that nature, pick sixes, you name it. Okay. So your defense should at least be able to put up 6 points, if not more. They should be able to do even more, but at least 6 points. Okay, guys? All right. Shout out to NB8963 for 100 gems. Thank you for the gift, brother. Thank you for the gift. I know YouTube got new features and stuff. The 100 gems, man. I appreciate that. I got to see what the 100 gems mean, though. I got to see what that means. I appreciate you for that gift, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys, let's get to these last two mistakes. And then, guys, we're going to get to Q&A because I see y'all questions. And y'all, I know y'all cussing me out. Man, we didn't mother going to get the rest of this, get to my question. All right, we're going to get to it. All right, guys, mistake number 4, not pursuing to the football. Very simple. You got to teach your kids how to flow to the ball, okay? If they can't flow, if they slow, if they standing around, I call it dancing with the blocker in front of them, they're not doing their job. Okay? We tell them that, hey, you need to go after the baby, pursue the baby. Okay? What's the baby? Somebody let me know in the comments, what's the baby? On offense, I tell them to protect the baby. On defense, I tell them to get the baby. What's the baby? Let me know in the comments. Y'all let me know. There we go. There we go. The football. That's right, Styler. What's up, Styler? How you doing today? How you doing? It's the football. The football is the baby. Y'all understand that, okay? On offense, we protect the baby. On defense, we pursue the baby, okay? Y'all got that? That may be a question. On offense, you protect the baby. On defense, you pursue the baby. So you got to make sure you rep this stuff at practice. You got to make sure you rep this stuff at practice, because if you don't rep it at practice, don't expect for them to play fast at the game, and then you half-ass in that practice. They over here running half speed and stuff at practice, and then you get mad at them about, oh, man, I'm going to run you all to death. No, you run yourself. You run yourself because you win games at practice. Y'all know this. So teach every defender to sprint to the football on every play, no matter where the ball goes. Practice proper pursuit angles so players arrive under center and eliminate cutback lanes. Build a swarm mentality or reaper mentality, I like to call it. Multiple defenders at the point of attack create turnovers and limit big plays. Understand that, guys, okay? Understand that. So what we do in terms of a drill, it's simple, but I love it. Flow drill. We do just a flow drill. We'll have the kids in the middle of the field on their back. When I blow the whistle, I have the football pointed either to the left or the right, and they run full speed to the sideline. Or if I'm in the mood that day, I may run to a certain side and they have to pursue me. Okay? It depends on if Coach B's legs and stuff are functioning right, or I get one of my young buck coaches to do it, or you can use a player too to do it, but I like all of my players to participate in it. And I kind of shift them in. I have like two teams, team 1 and team 2, and I shift them in to do this particular drill because it just works. And you want your kids to get the reps, You just don't want your I know some of y'all assholes. Y'all have like a D-tier player running the ball and getting that kid ate up. Don't do that. You don't even want the players really hitting nobody. You don't want them hitting you or nobody. Just have them to find the baby, pursue the baby. That's the whole goal. All right. Real simple. All right. And mistake number 5, poor communication before the snap. Listen, guys, listen. You got to get good with communication with your players before the play. Okay. Like I teach my guys, particularly my middle linebackers and my free safety, listen to my calls. Now, I will tell you, I will call a timeout and dog my team out if I'm calling a play and they're not paying attention to what I'm saying. They know it. Especially my free safety, because my free safety is kind of like my Hulk, Miss B says true, he does. Yeah, hell yeah, I do. In my defense, I'm gonna be honest, guys. In my defense, my free safety is kind of my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? My middle linebackers, they are too. My Mike is my cap. We call him captain. That's his name, his tag name. But I'm really looking at my free safety to hear everything that I'm saying, because sometimes the middle linebacker can get flustered or caught up in something, but they're trained. And usually my kids, if they're not listening, usually it's the first game or second game of the season where they kind of got a lot of anxiety and they're nervous and all of that. But they know if they're not listening to my calls, if I call Cloud or Sky, and they don't respond, I will call timeout and chew them out like Nick Saban. They knew it. But again, all of this stuff, guys, it starts with freaking reps. Y'all got me. Reps at practice. So important. So teach your linebackers and safeties to be the quarterbacks of the 4-4 defense by communicating consistently. Create simple, consistent calls so your players can react with confidence instead of hesitation. Okay? Don't just be quiet and then you like, look, he gonna do Tyrone he ain't gonna do this right. He gonna do it wrong. Watch him. Then you make the mistake and then you chew him out. Man, talk to the kid before. What the hell? Talk to the kid. If you see a mistake he's making, talk to him. Like some common that I see. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Something extremely common that I see that a lot of kids, mistake they make is, especially the first game, you may have the linebackers lined up too far back. They probably won't be that far back, but they may be lined up too far back, right? Instead of being lined up, 4 yards off the ball, they may be 6 yards off. You're like, man, hey, you too far back. Go up 2 steps. And they're like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the stuff you have to coach up and tell your kids, or your defensive end or defensive lineman may be too far up on the ball past the line of scrimmage, and you have to tell them to go back. And again, I see these mistakes happen usually the first game of the season, because they're nervous. Some of these kids, it's their first time ever playing football. And so you just have to be their eyes and ground them. Okay. It's all about communication, guys. All about communication. It's extremely, extremely important. So, guys, remember this. You want to create simple, consistent calls so your players can react with confidence instead of hesitation. Absolutely vital. Y'all got me on that. Good. So that's it, guys, with the clinic segment of the show, man. I hope y'all got value from this segment. Now we about to get ready to go into our live Q&A segment sponsored by Reaper 45. Eliminate average, become the standard. And before we get into our live Q&A, where are we on likes, Miss Beast? Miss Beast quiet over there. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign. 38 likes? Yep. Oh shit. That's not unacceptable. We got 51 people watching on YouTube. We got 17 on TikTok. We should be at 60 likes by now, technically. So this is what we're going to do. Before I get into the live Q&A and all of that, we're going to take a timeout. We call this the like timeout. So I'm going to go. I'm going to take a restroom break, I guess. And while I'm on the timeout, y'all be sure to get those likes up. If we hit 50 likes, we're giving away, again, a free playbook. We're giving away the Ultimate Beast Flex system. That's the 4-4 Reaper defense that we just kind of went over, the 4-2-5 Ring of Fire defense, the 6-2 Savage defense, and the 5-3 Juggernaut defense. All right, we're giving that away today if we hit 50 likes, okay, guys? So I'm going to leave. When I come back, I'll be back in about 60 seconds, about 60 to 90 seconds. If I come back and we ain't at 50 likes, I'm not giving away the Beast Unleashed. I mean, not the Beast Unleashed, the Beast Flex system. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now and take a quick break. And y'all get them likes up. Let me get some music going here. Let me see. Let's see here. All right, guys, we are back. We are back. Thank you so much for your patience. And again, we're about to start the live Q&A segment. Now, before I do that, I need to see where we are on likes. Let's see where we are on likes here. I see people saying two more likes. Now, I'm telling y'all, I'm going to ask Miss Beast where we at on likes. If we're under 50 likes, I'm not going to give away this playbook because there's too many of us. We've hit 60 and 70 likes with less on the show. Okay. So I'm like a pastor. I'm not going to push and prime you. I'm not going to push and prime you to hit that like button when all you got to do is hit it. So with that being said, Miss Beast, where are we on likes? Miss Beast says 50 likes on the head. Big congrats. I knew we can do it. Y'all got to stop playing these games with y'all selves, right? Y'all got to stop it. Shout out to NB8963 again for another 2 gems. Man, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate you. So now, guys, oh, man. Now 600 gems. I got to figure out what these gems are. Appreciate you, brother. You showing out today. Wow. Okay. So now, guys, we're going to get into our live Q&A segment. If you have questions based on what we talked about on the show or anything related to youth football, now is the time. We're going to spend about 5 to 10 minutes doing that. And we're going to go from there. Yeah, EMB ain't playing. Another 100 or 2 gems, man. Appreciate you. Oh, my God. Yeah, man. All right. Let's see here. Questions. All right. Coach Smith want to know, what if you got linebackers and no DNs? Interesting. In the 4-4? Well, it sounds like that some of them linebackers are going to have to be DNs. Sometimes you got to work with what you got. So the big question is, what are you looking for in your defensive ends? Okay. What are you looking for with your DNs? That's the $1 million question we got, right? So for me, I'm going to tell you what I look for. Let's say you got a bunch of kids who are more like linebackers opposed to DNs. I personally like my DNs to be kind of short, quick kids, okay? Because usually with these tight ends that they're going to have to go against, they're kind of tall and lanky. So I like short, quick kids that's low to the ground that can shoot a gap real fast. So out of those kids that you have as linebackers, I'm looking for the quickest, most athletic kid that can get around, right? So that's what I would personally do, Coach, in that situation, because, you know, sometimes in youth football, you don't have everything that you want, you know? I mean, I'm one of those guys who the first 5, 6 years, 7 years of me coaching, I've had the smallest team in terms of size and roster size. And I had to make do with what I had, you know. I kind of joke when I say, you know, I get coaches who say, well, what if a kid? Well, you don't have that luxury of saying that when you only got 14, 15 players on your team. You know, you can say it when you got 30 kids on your roster. Oh, well, that kid ain't ready to play. He ain't ready to get a lot of playing time. Well, I've heard no coach say that when they only got 13, 14, 15 kids. Well, I ain't going to play this kid because he ain't ready to play. Shit. Shit. He finna be ready to play if that's all you got. You know what I'm saying? That like big roster problems is when, okay, you got 30, 35 kids and parents mad, and then you like, well, he ain't ready. Your cop-out message is, well, he ain't ready to play yet. You know, he needs more development. Bullshit. Okay, go and get a team where you only got 14, 15, 16 kids. You're going to find a place to put that kid, and you're going to rep the hell out of your team to make sure they're ready to play. You know what I'm saying? Everybody plays. That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Let me see. Oh, man, y'all are coming with the supers. Shout out to Super Rogue for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. He says, 12U coach here. Our first official practice is Monday. Still don't have 11 confirmed players. I don't know what to do at this point. Okay, I got you on this, coach. So if you don't have 11 confirmed players, well, first of all, coach, let me know how many you have. I want to know how many you got, first and foremost, okay? I've been in that position before in the past. A quick and simple way to resolve this is have a scholarship program, okay? Have a scholarship where you will actually say, hey, we will pay registration for, let's say, 2 kids to play if that's what you need, right? You'll have your kids by the end of that day, okay? But you got to make sure that you're getting your message out there too, okay? Because like in the past for me, just based on the location I was in, our roster would be low just because of that area, right? And over time, I got smart and I said, hey, what I'm going to do is I'm making my team a regional team. We're not just a local team, you know, like for that community, but we're for the county now. And we was able to get a lot more players that way when we branded ourselves, branded ourselves bigger than where we are centrally located. Make sense? So you got to get on social media. You got to let these parents know, hey, I'm looking for 2 more kids to play, 3 more kids. You will be able to find those kids, you know. Worst case scenario, scholarship program, man. Like that always works. You may have to go out of pocket to do it, but that's why we raise funds and that's why we do what we do, right? You know, don't be afraid to pay for, 1, 2, or 3 kids. Don't pay for the whole team, though. Don't make that mistake. Please don't. You don't want to make that mistake, because you paying for kids to pay, they're going to make your ass pay. Because I'm telling you, when parents don't invest in the kids, they don't feel like they obligated to do shit. And that's a whole nother show for a whole nother time. But you don't want to do that. But just try to have a scholar. That's what you do. Have a scholarship program. Let's say the name of your team is the Dragons, the Rancho Cucamonga Dragons scholarship fund. We're paying for 2 kids to play, have the opportunity to play and learn the game of football. We're looking for 2 kids for our 12U team for the Rancho Cucamonga Dragons. Go Dragons! Rawr. Rawr. Hey, and that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. All right, let's see. Coach Gonzalez says, I need idea on how to raise funds. My town does close to nothing for my kids, and it's tough. All right, so it's a lot of things you can do. Coach, the method I always say is you can go, guys, like literally, I did a fundraiser on Facebook and raised $3,000 in 3 or 4 days, right? You can set up a fundraiser, use any, platform. I don't know if Facebook still do their fundraising platform, but that's what I used to use. But you can do GoFundMe or some, and make sure when you do the fundraiser, you let, the parents know that, hey, we're raising funds for jerseys, for a van, for shoulder pads, equipment. Let them know the cost. Don't say we're just trying to raise funds for our team. No. You got to have a purpose, right? We're raising funds for our team so the kids can afford jerseys, so we can pay for 4 registrations for kids. People get behind worthy causes, and they definitely get behind kids. Make it about the kids, okay? Now, that's one way. the way that I teach you guys is, and also I encourage you, Coach. When at the end of the show, go to my playbook store, scroll all the way down. I have a fundraising guide, and any of you guys can get this. I got a free fundraising guide you can get to show you how to raise your first $1,000. That's to get that. It'll tell you everything you need to know. I'm hella good at raising money, probably because I'm hella good at making money, but that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. All right. Me and Melania. That's my Trump impersonation, y'all. Me and Melania. Okay. I'm good at raising funds. And so one thing you want to do too is all you need, guys, look. And I don't know why people don't do this. All you need is a sheet of paper. Y'all see this sheet of paper. I'm got two cameras going here. Write down from 1 to 20 or 1 to 20. I say 1 to 25. Businesses, people, and family members you know that may donate, that got money and donate. Okay. Then what you do is simply send them a DM message or email. Okay. We got AI now. AI can help you on that. ChatGPT can help you on that to formulate an email or a DM message. It'll take all you got to do is do a prompt, tell ChatGPT. You know what? I'm gonna do a fundraising show next show. Yeah. I'm gonna do a fundraising show next show. Y'all like that? Y'all want me to do a fundraising show next show? Because this is my bread and butter, y'all. Like this is where Coach B shines. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I do and what you need to do. And I'm gonna make sure y'all got the resources. Okay, I got you, Coach. Y'all make sure y'all don't miss the next show. Now I will tell you, don't be sad with what I'm about to say. We probably won't have a Thursday show. Okay, I got to go out of town and handle some business Thursday. So, but our next show, probably Tuesday, is going to be a fundraising show. I'm gonna show y'all how to raise. I'm gonna show y'all how to raise about $3,000 for your program. Would y'all like that? I think y'all will. I'm gonna show y'all how to raise money for y'all programs. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Let's see here. All right. Y'all come with y'all question. TXY, I want to know, got a plethora of linemen this year. What is a good way to make sure the best guys don't take plays off on offense and defense? Help me. Laugh my ass off. Okay, first of all, you got a really good problem. You got a plethora of linemen. If I had a plethora of linemen, I'm in football heaven because, most youth football teams struggle to have legit linemen. If you got a plethora, what I do is I have them compete, Coach. I have them compete. First of all, we're doing our progression drills, our blocking progression. We're doing our board drills, teaching them how to drive block, down block, all of that. The first kid that I'm looking for is my center. And I want my center to be one of the smartest players on the team and the smartest lineman. Why do I want my center to be one of the smartest players on the team? Because I want a low-risk player. I don't want a player that breaks under pressure. I don't want a player that gets all flustered and all. I want a grounded, consistent kid at center. He don't have to be flashy. Just hike the ball right. Just hike the ball and block well. Okay. So I'm looking for a smart kid to play center. Then number two, I'm still looking for good IQ, but I'm looking for a kid that's big with some athleticism to play tackle, particularly play side tackle. So I want a kid. The way I do this, I do a lot of one-on-one drills and two-on-one drills. I want a nasty, gritty kid to be my tackle. So I find the nastiest, grittiest kid out of that bunch. I make him my starting play side tackle. My play side guard, I'm looking for a kid that's big, but he's good at hand work, especially on the inside gaps, because that's what guards do, help protect that inside gap. So I'm looking for, usually my guards are pretty big and chunky kids, but they're really good at protection on the inside. Okay. Inside gap, A gap protection. Right. So that's what I'm looking for. Now let's talk about the backside real quick, because that's something that kind of gets, somewhat ignored a little bit. On the backside, I want kids who can freaking block and protect the backside of the quarterback. So I want them to be quick. I want them to kind of have what's the word? Good footwork, things of that nature. And that's going to help big time as it relates to your quarterback not getting blindsided. So make sure the kids you got playing left tackle, left guard, make sure they're good at protecting. Now, usually these kids are B-tier kids. A lot of coaches put their scrubs on that backside. Don't put your scrubs on the backside. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Put some solid kids on the backside. Don't hide a scrub on the backside. Or you asking for your quarterback to get his head knocked off, or running back. Especially against good teams. You can get away with it with sorry teams. You know what I'm saying? You can get away with it with sorry teams, but good teams, they're going to make you pay. Like, we'll make you pay. Okay? All right. Let's see here. Coach Drew says, thank God I caught. I just seen a video of kids wrestling at practice. They said they wrestle once a week to get the weaker kids tougher. How you feel about that? Wrestle. How do I feel about that? How do I feel about it? To me, it's funny. I won't lie. My initial feelings is that it's funny. What we do is simple one-on-one drills after stretching, and we have our kids go at it with each other. Team one, team two. I'm not going to have my kids wrestle during practice because we're a football team. We're not a wrestling team. I recommend players to get into wrestling in the offseason. I literally had my starting quarterback break his collarbone wrestling at practice, horse playing. So I don't think that, let me put it like this. Coach Beast wouldn't do it. Coach Beast wouldn't do it. Like I said, my starting quarterback was out for the season, broke his collarbone wrestling with my freaking tackle, offensive tackle. So I'm not a big fan of the horseplay and stuff like that. I'm not a wrestling coach, right? I'm not a wrestling coach. So I wouldn't have my kids doing wrestling. You see what I'm saying? So that's me. All right. Coach Jones says ninth grade only got 13 players on the line both ways, offense trying to take all the ones for offense. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. Like when you got a small team, you just got to make do with what you got. You just got to make do with what you got. Me personally, I love small teams. I don't like big teams. Give me 21, 22 players is my sweet spot. Because I know everybody's going to get developed. Everybody's going to get playing time. I don't have to worry about the headaches of having, 45 players that I got to figure out a way to get playing time. Because nobody gets satisfied when you got that many players. Nobody's satisfied. Nobody's happy. You see what I'm saying? Because if a coach got the obligation to where he got to play all 45, kids that you really need in the game may have to get subbed out in critical moments and so on and so forth. So give me 22, 23 players and I'm happy, User 31 want to know how to make Pass Pro simple for 10U. For me, coach, man, I'm a play action pass coach. And to me, that's the simplest way, meaning I like to set up defenses, right? So we will run the ball down your throat. And then when you think we're going to run it down your throat again, we're going to go play action pass on your ass. We'll go play action pass either with the tight end, with our Z, or, with our X. That's usually what we do. Our Y, when we are in that setup with our Y, we'll usually do more short routes for that kid. But for me, man, I'm a play action pass coach. Even if we're lined up in empty or 3x1s or something like that in the spread concept, um, we're gonna run the ball. I'm in that bracket, guys, where I run the ball 80 to 85% of the time, really 85 to 90% of the time. And then, we will pass 10 to 15% of the time. And those passes are high payoff, explosive plays for us. We call them money plays. Those are plays that should get us 6 points. That's kind of how we do our passes. So yeah. Coach Drew said, "No, fellas, these kids were wrestling with just helmets on." No, nah, man. Like I'm just not for it. That's just not my thing. I wouldn't do it. I know there's so many other ways you can make your lower tier players more aggressive than have them wrestle. Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna make sure I'm not missing y'all questions. And if I did miss y'all questions, listen, just drop them again. I'm gonna answer one or two more, and then we're gonna do the playbook giveaway. And I hope y'all getting value, man. If y'all getting value, be sure to hit that like button. If y'all getting value, man, I feel like I'm cooking today. I think I'm cooking hibachi again today, right? I'm cooking the chicken and the steak with the rice. I'm throwing the chicken. I'm throwing the steak. I'm feeding everybody today. All right. Let's see. Coach Austin said, "Would you be okay if I tagged you in a post of me dressed out with my boys on our football page?" No, man, I don't mind at all. I get tagged all the time, Coach. I don't mind at all. Feel free. Also, guys, tag me with different reaction videos. Y'all know, like, a lot of my videos I do online are reaction videos of chaos that ensues in youth sports and youth football. So a lot of you guys do tag me in crazy videos, but make sure y'all do it. If y'all see a lot of buffoonery, y'all think I should make a reaction video of, okay? Especially on Instagram. Find me on Instagram, Coach Beast, yours truly, and we go from there. Coach Dudley says, "These have been really beneficial as a youth coach." Man, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. River says, "Great info as always, Coach." Man, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Y'all just let me know I'm doing my job. All right. We need one more like to 60. Okay, Miss B says we need one more like to 60. That way I give away 2 copies of the Ultimate Beast Flex system. All right. My tag on Facebook, Coach, is I want to say Beast Pod. Look up Beast Pod. I think it's Beast Pod, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all, hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's a Beast Pod, a youth football coaching podcast. That's my tag. You should see me, Coach. Let's see. Coach Dillon says, in the 4-4, how do you adjust the corner into the run game if no receivers? That's a great question. That's a great question. So how do I adjust? Let me see. So for me, Coach, my corners are still going to do their job, right? So let's just say, for example, you're playing a team that's kind of in an unbalanced set, right? Kind of like this. So my corners, I may have them play in again, on the inside, but they're not moving too far to the outside because I train my guys to kind of be an outlet for another set of linebackers in essence, okay? So my corners know they're run first guys because, again, our goal is to shut down the running game, right? So like this box right here represents man coverage. I know you can't see this on the TikTok side, But he'll still play man coverage with the outside guy right here. That doesn't change. Okay. But he's still looking, because it's unbalanced, he's still looking not to get nobody to his outside. He want to make sure nobody gets to his outside regardless. Okay. So that's what we do. We don't, on defense, we don't change just because they shifting different and stuff, because we know, well, I know as an offensive minded coach, a lot of offensive coaches be bluffing, because at the end of the day, they still trying to get the ball to their best players. So a lot of coaches will bluff with the type of formations they like to do. They like to go in the empty 3x1s and then make coaches take a dump on themselves because they're like, oh, they're going to do something crazy. No, man, they ain't trying to do nothing crazy. They're just trying to get the ball to their best athlete in space, And so a lot of, I don't want y'all to panic when y'all see this stuff. Y'all see 3x1s and empty and all of that bullshit. With 3x1s, for example, most of these coaches just trying to do bubble screens or trying to get you to space out your linebackers so they can just run the ball between the tackles or between the guards and gas you. So don't allow yourself to be fooled, guys. All right, let me see here. Yes, ma'am. We reached 62 likes. Holy shit. Holy shit, guys. Holy shit. We hit 60 likes. Let's go. I know a third of y'all asses got scared, like, what the hell just happened? Coach Beast, what happened, man? What happened? So shout out to you guys. We're going to be giving away 2 copies of the Ultimate Beast Flex system today. Big congrats to you guys. Big congrats. All right, let's see. All right, Coach Nick says, good stuff, Coach. Just an update. Me and the head coach had a combo, and we're officially on the same page. He didn't realize how much of a rift there was until I showed him the division it caused. Man, congratulations, Coach. And, sometimes, man, all it is just a miscommunication. And some coaches don't know that they're stinking it up, or causing problems. Some coaches don't know. And, when it's like that, unfortunately, you have to move on when they just an asshole and they know they're an asshole and all of that. You see what I'm saying? But most guys have a conversation, because a good conversation diffuses a lot of shit. Even if they know they're wrong, and then you have a conversation and confront them about being wrong, usually they bag up, because a lot of people, and I've learned this in my MMA class and all that good stuff. A lot of people are pussies. They don't, excuse my language, a lot of people don't like confrontation. So they'll bag off because they don't want confrontation, And it's not saying that you have to be disrespectful. You have a respectful conversation, and usually they straighten up, So good for you, man. Good for you. All right. And shout out to NB for another 2 gems, 100. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Man, you crushing it. I got to figure out what these gems are, but you crushing it. All right, guys. So that's it with the live Q&A segment today. Y'all had so many questions. I'm sorry I couldn't get to all of them today. If anybody do still have a question, if anybody do a super chat, I will stop and answer that question via super chat. But with that being said, guys, I got to end it a little sooner today. So that's it with the live Q&A segment, sponsored by the Reaper 45 Challenge. Eliminate average, become the standard. All right, guys, are y'all ready for the playbook giveaway? If you are, can I get a hell yeah in the comments? Can I get a hell yeah if you're ready for the playbook giveaway? If you're ready for the playbook giveaway. Again, this is the time, too, if you're watching on TikTok and you want to be a part of the playbook giveaway, come on over to the YouTube side. Just look up Coach Beast. You'll see us live, rocking, hanging out, having a good old time. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Guys, we are growing by leaps and bounds. We're almost at 26,000 subscribers, which is awesome. But y'all know the goal. My goal is to get um, past 100,000 subscribers and beyond, guys. And I think we are definitely on our way, guys. We're definitely on our way. So for those who don't know the rules of the giveaway, it's very simple. What I'm going to do is ask you questions based on what you went over on the show today. Okay. For those who get it correct, I'm going to pick a winner from that group. Okay. I'm picking one winner from that group who got it correct. All right. If you don't get it correct, tough titty, better luck next time. Okay. But you do have 2 chances today to win the Ultimate Beast Flex defensive system. All right, guys. So here we go. Let me get some music going. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, we got some new music, guys. All right, question number 1. Let me see. I see I have to make sure I go over stuff that I actually went over on the show. So earlier in the show, we talked about mistake number 1, putting the wrong players in the wrong position. And I said during the show, a great defense starts with blank. A great defense starts with blank. What is that word? Or what is that? A great defense starts with blank. What we got? 60 seconds, guys. Uh-oh, I know some of y'all like, oh shit, I don't remember that. We remember go be going over that. Again, guys, if you are new to the show, welcome to the Beast Podcast, where we talk all things youth football strategies, tactics, and most importantly, this is where you get your questions answered as a football coach. This is a youth football coaching and leadership podcast. So make sure you like and subscribe to the show. Oh, I see y'all are cheating. Yeah. I see y'all are cheating. Yeah. I see y'all are cheating because nobody got it right. Yeah. 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 I know y'all don't know it. Is y'all copying people who got it wrong? Y'all are copying people who got it wrong. I know y'all don't know it. Your problem said I cheated. Coach Drew laughing his ass off. I know y'all can't get this stuff past me, man. Coach Drew said I didn't watch. Come on, guys. Come on. Let me see. Y'all bear with me. All right, we're gonna pause right there because nobody got it right at all. Y'all assholes been cheating, and y'all like a bunch of like a herd of buffalo running full speed off a cliff together. Like, well, he going that way, he must know where he's going. Where he go, yeah, I'm gonna follow him right off the cliff. Splat, splat. Hey, I asked y'all the question. Y'all go like y'all sound like this. Oh man. Oh, we got a winner. Hold on. We got a winner. And this one was relatively easy because he the only one that got it right. So look, I joke with y'all. Look, if you don't know the answer, your best bet is to probably try to get the answer off of somebody. But it's always hilarious when y'all like copy a person who got it wrong, and it's like obviously they don't know the answer because they would not put that behind that person. But anyway, let me give y'all the answer, and then we'll go to the next question here, guys. So again, guys, during the show, I got y'all weak. During the show, I talked about personnel, right? Well, I just gave you an answer, but during the show, I talked about putting your players in the wrong positions. And I said a great defense starts with, a great defense starts with personnel. So the answer is personnel, guys. Personnel. So if you got that correct, congratulations, all one of you. All one of you, congratulations. So the winner of the first copy of the Ultimate Beast Flex system is Coach Dudley 50. Congratulations, brother. Big congrats to you. Big congrats to you, man. Shout out to you. So, of course, Coach Dudley said I answered late on purpose. My selfish ass. Hey, it pays to be selfish sometimes, man. It pays to be selfish. All right. So, all I need you to do, Coach, is email me. Email me at beastout@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to get that playbook to you in the next 48 hours. As a matter of fact, you'll probably get it today because I got to send another one over too. So just email me your name, your username, and the playbook you want, and I'll make sure you are taken care of today, okay? Big congrats to you. All right, guys, if y'all are ready for the next question, can I get a hell yeah in the comments? Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah? All right, let's start this music back. All right. So during the show, guys, I put a big emphasis on coaches ignoring the fundamentals and how ignoring the fundamentals can be detrimental to your team. And then I said, guys, turn this down a little bit. And then I said, guys, most defensive breakdowns aren't caused by the play calling. They're caused by poor what? They're caused by poor what? I want to know. 60 seconds. What up, Coach Jay, man? Welcome to the show, man. How you doing, brother? TikTok fam, I appreciate y'all. Man, we got a lot of people, we got a lot of eyes on the show today. Shout out to you guys. "40 seconds." Again, guys, welcome to the Beast Podcast. This is where we talk all things youth football, coaching, and leadership. I am your host, Coach Beast. If you're new, glad to have you here. Just do me a favor, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the show, because I'm here to tell you I am totally sold out and dedicated to you guys and making this the largest youth football coaching and leadership podcast in the world. The world. That's right, the world, not just not just in Bama or anything like that, the world. Also, guys, while we're doing this, I'm curious to know, or no, do this for me, guys. I want y'all to give a shout out to y'all youth football teams y'all coaching this year. Let me know what city and state y'all coming from and the name of the team y'all coaching. I want to give y'all a shout out. I want to give y'all a big shout out. Drop y'all team in the comments. Coach Eric, what's up? What's up? Oh, I like that name, Coach Drew. Bullies Reloaded 8U. Ooh, I like that. Shout out to the 404 Steelers in ATL. Shout out to your team, Coach. Shout out to the Peoria. Did I say that right? The Peoria Woodruff Warriors. That was my team mascot name, Warriors. Love it, love it, love it. South Carolina Bullies Reload. I like that name. Shout out to the Mobile, Alabama Cottage Hill 7U squad. Gulf Breeze, Florida Dolphins. Shout out to you and your squad, Coach Watson. Shout out to you, Coach Paul, and your West Texas Jaguars, Midland, Texas. Shout out to Coach Beast Crazy and his Metabello Indians 10U squad. Shout out to Coach Malik and his Roxborough, North Carolina Rockets, NV, and his Reedsville Junior Rams. Shout out to him. Shout out to Styler, one of our favorites. And her, let's see, Carleton Little Cougars. I hope I said that right. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Shout out to Foreign Investors, my guy, and his Reedsville Junior Rams. And shout out to all of you guys. If I missed y'all squads, forgive me. If I missed your squad, forgive me. There's a lot of y'all on the show today. Coach Michael is Rome, Georgia. Rome, Georgia Wolves. Excuse me. Shout out to you. All right, guys. So here we go, guys. So again, I was talking about defense today. Most of you guys know. And we was talking about fundamentals and the consequences of ignoring the fundamentals, right? I said most defensive breakdowns aren't caused by the play call. They're caused by poor execution. Poor execution is what I was looking for. Okay, so if you got that correct, big congrats. But there can only be one winner. So the winner of the second Ultimate Beast Flex system is Coach Brad Hobart. Congratulations. Hey. Hey, that's funny as hell. Hey, Coach 904 do. Yes, he did. I got receipts. Oh, he said, oh, dang. Funny as hell. Oh, man. I know I got a lot of y'all assholes with that pause. I know I got y'all with that pause today. I changed it up ever so slightly. Now the Beast Nation faithful know I'm going to bullshit with you guys a little bit here and there. But y'all newbies, I know I got y'all ass. I know I did. But big shout out to you. Big shout out to you, coach, man. Congratulations. Again, all I need you to do is email me. Email me at beastoutyou@gmail.com. Again, beastoutyou@gmail.com. I'm trying to find that email for you. There you go. And just email me with your name, username, and the playbook that you want, and you'll be good to go. All right. And I want to thank all of you guys, man, who participated in the playbook giveaway. To this point, guys, we've given away, we're at 15K. We're at 15K with the amount of playbooks we have given away. So that's super exciting. I'm very happy with that because, look, one thing I always say, guys, is that when I give away a playbook, God blesses. God blesses us, That's why I don't mind giving away stuff, because time and time again, when we give away things to be a blessing to you guys, God brings it right back to us tenfold, And, I ain't trying to get preachy and churchy and all of that stuff, man. But look, I'm one of those people. I'm here to tell you, God's real. He's real. He's alive and well. You know how I know? Because he blesses us every single time we are a blessing to others. People will talk crap about you. People will hate on you. People will defame your name. But I'm telling you, if you are consistent and you true to who you are, man, you will be blessed. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? I don't even mean to go this way. I wasn't even planning, to go this way. But I'm here to tell you, we are in a world where people are kind of out of control and people really, they hate themselves. And because they hate themselves, they will project that hate onto you when you're doing something right. And I'm telling you guys this, who are coaches, who are administrators, who are coaches' wives, who are teen moms, VP. If y'all doing something good, there's going to be people that hate on you because they're miserable, because they're in a bad spot. And as a result, you are their enemy. You're a public enemy number one to them. But you can't let the arrows that they shoot at you affect the mission and the purpose and plan that you are operating in at that point in your life, at this point. Because guess what? Coaching youth sports is a calling, man. Trust me. It's a calling. It's not just a hobby. It's a calling. Coaching high school ball, middle school ball. Some of y'all are high school, middle school coaches. Being an administrator, being a coach's wife, man, it's a calling. It's not easy. It can be super purposeful, super fulfilling, but it can be really hard, really stressful, and have its difficult moments. So what I want to encourage y'all to do is to stay focused on your mission and be the best versions of yourselves. And I want y'all to be number one at everything y'all do. Let's put them ones up real quick, guys. Let's put them ones up. For those who don't know, when we put our ones up, that's our mantra, that we want to be the best of the best at everything we do. We want to be number one as coaches. We want to be number one as men and women. We want to be number one as leaders. We want to have the number one team in our league, have the number one program in our city. If that's you, put them ones up. Put them ones in the comments. I see you. I see you, Coach Jay. The best chance to win, Coach Jay, is to come on over to the YouTube side next time. Make sure you hit the like button, and then you'll be a part of the giveaway, brother. Yeah, y'all put the ones up, because look, I'm here to tell you, people who are number one, they ain't got time to hate on other people. Oh, I dropped the line there. People who are number one don't have time to talk shit. So check this out. If people talking shit about you, if you hear people talking shit about Coach Beast, y'all know I'm transparent as hell. Y'all should know me by now. Y'all should know me by now, right? If they talking shit about me, just understand. They're talking about an extension of you because we're striving to be number one. We ain't got time. We ain't got time to focus on haters and people who are mad that we are successful and we are winning and we are dominating. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for it. So we're going to do what we do, a part of Beast Nation. We're going to focus on being the best version of ourselves, you know, and we're going to focus on dominating in every aspect of our life. Y'all got me. And before we go, I forgot, man, I had this, I put this up earlier and just totally like forgot. And look, if you didn't win, real quick, if you didn't win a playbook, no problem. We all winners, okay? If you want to get your hand on any playbook in my playbook store, go to my playbook store, use discount code FREEDOM50 at checkout. You get 50% off any playbook you want. You can choose as many playbooks as you want, by the way, and use that code. Get any playbooks, bundles, the big kahuna, the beast flexes, and whatever you want, get it. Just use freedom code 50 at checkout and you'll get 50% off. That's a gift from me to you. Okay, guys, from me to you. All right, guys. So that's it with the show today. One quick announcement. We won't have a show Thursday. I'm sorry. We won't have a show Thursday. I got to go out of town Thursday, but we will be back next Tuesday. Now, I may jump on and do a random pop-up. That's why it's important that you are subscribed and you hit the notification bell. Because if I do a pop-up, it will notify you. Okay, guys? So if I don't get on and do a show, I will see you guys Tuesday, man. I'll see y'all Tuesday, 12 noon. I tell you right now, the Tuesday show is going to be a fundraising show. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys how to raise funds, make some money for your programs. This is always one of my favorite topics to talk about because I'm good at it. So if you want to raise thousands of dollars for your program, I ain't talking about 100 here and 100 there. I'm talking about thousands for your program. You don't want to miss that Tuesday show. All right, guys. Again, today is my anniversary, me and Miss Beast's anniversary. We're going to go have fun. Have a good time. Netflix and chill. Yeah. All right, guys. Love you so much. See y'all Tuesday, 12 noon Central Standard Time. And until next time, Beast out. Peace.